Hey, happy Monday. You can trust that day. Yes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Nice to be back here. It felt like longer than a week for some reason. I don't know why, but hope you're having a good weekend. Fighting a little bit of a cold here, hum and all that sort of stuff, but 'tis the season, I guess, for that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun to get over the weekend. My friend Ronnie Fraser celebrated his 55th birthday, so we were able to catch up with him. So great to see you, Ronnie. Congratulations on some successes recently in your life as well. So pretty proud of my friend Ron Fraser for that. And it was just nice to catch up and saw some friends that I hadn't seen in a while. And we had a good time, right? And I got out to the Moose Lodge for some meat raffles. That's fun. Thanks to our friends Pat and Lana for inviting us out to that. So it's been pretty good. I hope you've had a good weekend as well. And don't be afraid to say hello in the comments. Of course, pre-recorded live, so it's sort of live, right? But I'm probably around somewhere monitoring the chat, so be sure to put your comments in. And when I get to my first guest, Joan Spalding, make sure that you're saying hello to her and leaving the comments there as well. And I say it all the time, but I'll keep saying it. Please take the time. You can click the like and the share, but the share is really the most important button that you can press to share around to spread the messages of all my guests that are here. That's why we're here to do the show, right? So hope you're doing well. I'm going to jump into this quick because I really want to get to this interview, but of course, wouldn't be here without Bluewater Power Group of Companies, one of our recently new sponsors. Thank you so much, Bluewater Power, for coming on board. They give so much into our community. Joe's Discount Tire also support us here for several years now. Haven't had a ton of the snow, but it's going to show up. Like, I'm sorry, but it's going to, right? I know some people bought a snowblower and they're like, come on, I want the snow. And then others are people, no, I don't want. Anyway, get the right tires on, go to Joe's Discount Tire. And of course, our longtime friends at askguy.ca, AG Event Graphics. Thank you so much, Guy, for all your support for over 11 years now. Yeah, wow. Of course, we got to talk about the Sarnia Sting. Well, they were on the road. 2 out of 4, they battled hard and had some hard times and some good times, but they're still sitting around the same spot there. If you can see, they're in the Western Conference, or like 5th, and hanging around the middle of the pack there in the West Division. So still some battling to do and to come along, but they will keep going. There's been some great new trades. And of course, we'll be back at the Hive on the 20th, this Friday. So make sure you go to sarniasting.com to get your tickets for that. All right. Coming up, some friends of ours that we've known for quite some time. And of course, you probably know them from television. Heavy Rescue 401. You get your tickets for the Premier Show fundraiser. That's coming up this Saturday, January 21st from 2 to 6 in the afternoon at the Dante Club. $45 includes a pasta dinner and prizes and some games and stuff. So we're going to have a lot of fun. Now, of course, this is all to raise money for Ohana Landing, the youth transitional housing facility brought forward by Gary and Tammy of Preferred Towing. Now, sadly, this is the last season of Heavy Rescue 401. Lots of questions out there why. I'm not going to try to address it, but it is what it is. So Heavy Rescue 401 fundraiser to support Ohana Landing happening at the Donnie Club. Simply go down to Preferred Towing to the office, or you can email them there or give them a call to get your tickets. They are filling up, right? So if you're thinking of going, don't think, just do it and get out. It's going to be a great time. We're going to be showing the first episode of season 7 of Heavy Rescue 401, and we'll probably have some other snippets in there that you won't see on the television show itself, so which is coming out the following week. So get your tickets, $45. There's all the information. I'm really excited to be back to be the MC once again for my friends Gary and Tammy and the Preferred Towing family to make this a great, successful event. So many great people come on board to make this event happen. So there you go. Get the tickets. We'll see you there. Okay, what am I doing now? Yeah, see, I'm getting right into this because this is a great interview. We spent some time with the First Lady of Bluewater Country, and she's got her new book coming out Life's Highway from Joan Spalding, right? It's her biography, country musician and recording artist. And she's got a book launch that's happening at the Lawrence House on January the 22nd from 2 to 4. Free admission, but her book will be there, and she'll sign it for you as well, just like she did for me right here. Thank you so much, Joan. This book is so precious to me. I've started reading it, and then I got interrupted, so I'm about there. Had a great conversation with Joan about her book and her life, and she even took the time to sign this. This record used to belong to my mother before she passed, and we got that all signed. But you're going to see all that and more with my dear friend. Take a look at this, Joan Spalding.
Well, I'm excited to be here in the home of Joan Spalding. This is her music room, and also known as the First Lady of Bluewater Country.
You got her.
Joan, thanks for inviting me into your home.
Oh, you're welcome.
I think last time was we were sort of open in COVID. One of those times we were open, and I popped out here to say hello.
Yeah, you were on your motorcycle.
Yeah.
You were ready to go on a trip.
So it was.
That was kind of nice.
It's been a while overdue to be back here, and I've never been in the music room before.
Yeah,
it's definitely a music room.
I got my congratulations and my posters up there for the 730 days that I did COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is, and you're not just a musician; you're a published author now, Joan.
Yeah, I just finished my book.
Yeah.
We got it published, so it was really nice, and I'll get into that.
Yeah. When did that start?
That started actually December 26th,
Mm-hmm.
and that was last year. So Lisa La Chapelle, she helped me because I wondered, I'm not very good in so-called reading or anything like that.
Writing and stuff,
writing, but I do write my own songs. But so I've always wanted to write a book, and mostly because I don't brag about what I do.
Yeah.
I sometimes don't even say anything, but I've run into so many people that says, well, you should write a book, whatever. Anyway, so I just thought, well, I've always wanted to write a book. Here I am. I'm writing a book, wrote it. I'm thinking about my second one.
There you go. look what started now,
Look
right?
at that, eh?
Was it challenging to do that?
To me, no, because I already knew what I wanted to put in it. I wanted to tell the story of how I began as a child, and I just wanted to tell who got me, who helped me, what steps I took, and even going through a divorce and stuff like that, and just right on down. I could tell you many things.
It's
but
been,
it's in the book.
Read the book, right?
And a lot of people said it's nice, and they love it. They want to, when's your next one coming out? They want it that quick. So I says, well, it takes a while to write this next book because it's going to be called In Between. So it's in between everything.
Right.
And it takes longer to write in between because I just wanted to more tell the story of my kids, and how I was a kid myself.
Yeah, you were.
And I was, believe it or not. I was. I played games like everybody else did. Kick the can and stuff like that.
Right.
So
I forgot about that kind of stuff. We did
seek.
that too. Yeah. Right. Right.
I used to love playing out and Fox and the Goose when you're in the winter time.
Wow. Yeah.
But I had a great childhood. My parents always came out and played too, so it was always nice. We were always involved, And music was, of course, the number one. But what we did, we were outside a lot. So
yeah.
And it made it nice.
What was it? Did you have to? Editing, I always find is hard sometimes. I have to leave out because the book can only be so thick, maybe.
Well, she told me that I had so many. Not pages, I guess it was words or whatever you want to call it. She did tell me that, and I watched myself very carefully. So when I did tell the story, it was brief, but it was to the point.
Right.
And that's why in between, I'm going to be doing some stories in between that probably everybody would say, wow. But anyway, some of them are in there too, pretty good.
Yeah.
Because
that'd be the hard part for me, is getting to the point, and I like details.
Well, I the next one will be very detailed. I've already started, as I said, and it's kind of exciting because I didn't think I'd ever write the first book. Long time coming, put it that way. And I made a lot of journals. I got a couple of journals up there, so I take notes of whatever I've played or wherever I've gone, and that's for another book.
Yeah.
That might be after the fact.
And how many?
After I'm dead and gone,
Right.
it'll come out so they don't have to
Well,
kill me.
you know. Oh, I see. It's one of those books. You got to
one
wait
of
for
those
people to die before you can tell the story too, right? Yeah. Wow, that's hilarious. What's it's a cliche question, but I have to ask it. What inspires you when you write music?
What inspires me? Well, actually, the music comes to me as sometimes I'll get it in a dream. I'll have it just speak to me, and I got to wake up and I got to write it. They'll wake me right up, and I got to write it.
Got to write it now. Yeah.
Like when I did I'm Going Crazy Over You.
Mm-hmm.
That night, it was says just like the song says, and it's true to the fact. And then the next week afterward, we were having a divorce because it just happened.
Yeah.
It just sometimes it's just the way it happens. And I wrote the song that night because we had an argument after making love and all that stuff, you know.
Right.
And it just, you write the song the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what else. It's hard to say because when I was first married, that's when I wrote my first songs. I was 16 years old, like 17. And I found that they came as 5 minutes and it was wrote. And the second song is how I pictured me without my husband. Please come back to me, you know what I mean?
Right.
And I don't know how to describe that. It can come so fast, and yet I wrote songs in my book and they're there, and then I go back and I say, oh, I don't like that part, and then scratch it out and then kind of repair it, start over again.
Yeah. You don't just sit down and obviously go, oh, well, what subject can I write about today?
Not really.
It's a lot of life stuff, right? For you.
Yeah, it's true to the life. Yeah. I've got a couple songs that I probably want to release, but it's just not the right time. You know, it's timing for everything, eh?
For sure.
I think Life's Highway right now, because I wrote the book called Life's Highway.
Yep.
That it would be the right time to release it, because I know the gentleman, Ross Allen, he's with Hillcrest Music. He has been not bugging me, but calling me and saying, oh, Joan, I love that song. You should release it again. I said, not right now, but I will.
Yeah.
It's going to be the right time for it. And when Lisa asked me what I wanted to have for the title of the book, I said, Life's Highway. First of all, I thought Wandering Girl. And I thought, no, not yet. No, it's going to be Life's Highway, because that's more or less what I've done on my life, with my life.
Yeah.
And who I've met through my life and how I got to where I am today.
How many years of music now?
50.
Wow, crazy. And you just had a celebration of that?
Yeah.
Sorry I couldn't be there. I know you asked me to be there.
I know,
but
you had to go to the spring game.
I felt so bad. I was like, oh, can I just, but anyway, but you know how those commitments go, right?
Yes.
You know, for sure.
Well, I sing "Oh Canada." Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. But you talk about that evening that you celebrated.
That evening. Well, it was a crowd that I wasn't expecting. I had the hall set for, I think, 140 or 150 people. And I thought, we won't get any more than that. Oh, we'd be lucky to get 100.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I had over 200 people that showed up, and I thought, oh my God, we had to bring 2 more tables out. So the other door was open for the bar side, so we filled the hall.
Do you know that you have that much impact on people?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't.
And I'm going to guess more than that, quite honestly, because I see the comments on your Facebook and the little stories you sort of throw in sometimes when you're in between a song, when you perform, whether it's Facebook Live or on stage. You know, you really are having a huge impact on so many people. And over 50 years, how could you not?
Yeah, well, you know, you don't even think of that. I don't think of that anyway. Mm-hmm. But I know through the COVID, I guess you could say, those 2 years that I sang solidly, I'm saying that I knew that came as a dream, but I knew it was the right thing to do. I knew that's what I was supposed to do, or I don't know where I'd be, because if you don't sing and you don't do what you're supposed to do with your well, playing the guitar and everything like that. I mean, I could have probably seized up and lost my voice and everything like that. You know, but you don't think of that. I'm just saying. I'm just saying the way the good Lord speaks to me, that's through dreams, and that's when I knew I was doing right.
Yeah.
So,
you really,
even though I didn't know anything about the computer part.
And you've done very well with that. I'm super proud of you, because I remember you said, "Oh, I'm not this technical person," but I mean, you even had the sound figured out, and you were good.
Well, that day that we connected for doing the outside thing, Crystal wasn't here. Usually my daughter helps me, Crystal. And I thought I did it all by myself.
You were proud of yourself. Good, right?
Very proud of myself. And then the last time when we were doing the interview there, it was nice. I did it all from the house inside on the computer. So that was
And there were a few struggles. You pushed through it, though.
Oh, I did, and I don't know how
You're like,
I did.
oh my goodness.
Lord.
But we had a good chat, and I think the last time I saw you perform too was Point Ever Casino, and it was you and Missy
Burgess.
Right? And,
we do another show, but it's not
between
there.
the two of you, well, she really likes to tell the stories
too,
she
right?
Does.
I let her tell it because she's good at telling stories. I just learned to do that through the COVID.
Yeah.
Very seldom I talk because I didn't know what to say.
Right.
Somebody said, "Oh, just sing to them." I think I even mentioned that at the casino. I said I was told not to talk.
You did say that. I remember. Well, it's hard to talk over Missy.
Well, she's fantastic.
She's a great storyteller.
Great, yeah. And we do a gig there on the 29th there at Stevie D's.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Of January.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So we're kind of excited about that one again. So.
There's.
And we did the Lawrence House too.
Yes.
That was fantastic.
Yeah.
We filled their place, so that was good.
Well, let's lead into that a little bit more with the book. You've got the book back here behind you.
I do.
Let's show everybody, and we want to know how we can get this book.
Well, it's simple if you want to do it through Amazon. I mean, Amazon, when you send Amazon is Amazon.ca.
Yep.
And you can order it that way. You pay $20 for it, and if you're not Prime, you'll be paying, I think, shipping is, I think it comes to be $27.
Yeah, right. We'll put the link in the Facebook page.
And there's lots of pictures in here. I have, when I was a kid, baby.
Oh, wow.
Put a baby picture in here. And when I was on the glamour shots.
Oh, wow. I'm excited to read this because
I left a book, sold a book there today at a friend's place, and she said, "I already got it read already." I said, "That's my parents." My mom and dad, my dad, that's the whole family that we did the band. It was Foggy Mountain Band.
Oh, yeah.
And my son's playing drums, and this is with Bill Alexander. I mean, you're going to love the pictures in here. It's just a keepsake.
Right.
And the stories I tell. And then, of course, you got, does this look familiar?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, it does, right?
That's my first album, and it all explains about that one, so I did all that.
So now you've got a book signing coming up.
A book signing is on the 22nd of January, which is on a Sunday from 2 o'clock until 4, and it's at the Lawrence House.
Yeah, right.
Because when Missy and I were doing our gig there, I asked him, would you be interested in this? And he said, sure. Absolutely. Never did it before. Why not? Yes. Yeah. Love to support our locals.
I think you'll get a nice turnout that day.
I think so. I was talking to a lot of people already, and they said they're coming out. Everybody I talked to, they're coming out. Well, I have books right here. I just got 30 in today.
Right.
I thought, well, I'm hoping to sell at least 50.
Okay.
But I have more than that.
I think you'll sell more than 50.
I brought
you
more
had 200 people show up at your party.
I didn't know how many, but
too bad you didn't have the books when you had the party.
Yeah, well, that's true, and we were trying for it, but the poor Lisa, she went and had her computer broke down 5 times.
Oh my goodness!
And we were correcting everything, and she's anyway. Long story on that one, but we got through it.
That's another book,
and that was another book. That'll be in the in between,
right?
So. Yeah, that's when I won the singing contest, and you don't see pictures like that.
Wow.
That's the old days.
Wow. I have a feeling it's going to be a page turner.
So,
I'm probably going to read it in one night.
I think you will, because there's 140 some odd pages in here. There's lots of stories in between. So, but meeting different people like Box Carville.
Really?
And I probably never even got to the other part when I went to Branson, and I could have. I don't know. I've reread so many times to correct.
Yeah. What did I leave in?
I don't know whether I've got it in there or not, but it's supposed to be.
Right.
Meeting Willie Nelson at Branson was one of my highlights, and I gave him a kiss on the cheek. I said, "Oh my God, this is great."
Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
One of the greats there.
I saw George Jones introduce Alan Jackson.
Oh, George showed up.
He did. No show Jones.
Right?
He's here.
There's quite a TV series on George Jones right now, too, actually. Yeah.
And I like that, too.
It's so many... writing this book for you must have triggered one story that reminded you of another?
Yeah, because I went through... if you know anything about me, it's... I'm a rattle. My brain's already told you everything you can imagine, but my mouth is very slow, so my brain's already speeded it right out there and told you. But no,
the mouth has to catch up.
That's got to catch up. But anyway, I think that's what's happening. So when I had 3 months, I was finished with all I wanted to put in the book. Because March was my deadline. That's what I had in my mind. I wanted to finish it March 6th, and poor Lisa, she had problems with the computer. But anyway, that was all right. We still did it. We still corrected it. So I wanted to go back. So meanwhile, she was waiting for her part. So I had from there until June. I said, well, I'm going to add more stuff. So I read it over. And can I add this? And it was just maybe a couple lines or whatnot. And that's what we did. And I finally finished it. And then when she was ready to, okay, this is good. I got all the pictures all lined up. Perfect. That's perfect. And she says, well, I'm going to send it in. I said, do you think you'll have it up for Christmas? Nope.
Yeah.
Nope, didn't work. She had something happen. And anyway, but that's the way it goes.
You can always do a relaunch, right?
Doesn't matter.
Do it again.
Doesn't matter. I was happy doing what I had done, and I was excited, and I had so many stories. And then after I got the book done, I thought of all the stuff that I didn't say in between, so I could go into more detail. You more or less got the basics of everything that I went through, and it was a tough world, tough out there. But
you didn't exactly pick the easiest industry to make a living.
But I had a lot of fun.
Right, yeah.
You meet a lot of people. It's all in the book, as I said. You have to get it and read it. And I'll have them there at the Lawrence house to sell.
I'm excited
But I have
for it.
to sell them for $25 because that's what she told me. She said I can ask for that amount.
There you go.
And I'm not out of the way, so I've looked at other books too.
Right.
With my signature on it, it's well worth it.
I think it's worth at least that, and likely
everybody said
more.
I'm charging not enough, but I think I am.
Well, you just tell them to say, if you want to pay more while you're here, you can.
Pay $30. That's what everybody says. Oh, put it up, Joan. Put it up, $30. I said, but I don't want to do that. I think $25 was just like $24.99.
Right.
Deal. You save a penny.
Right. I'm going to bring my 99 cents.
Okay, you do that.
That's awesome.
I found a penny the other day.
A penny? Wow, I don't even, they still exist?
You don't see them very often, so that was a miracle.
Yeah. So you saved that penny?
You're supposed to make a wish, yeah.
See a penny, pick it up.
Put it in your...
You'll have good luck or something.
That's right. Put it in your boot or whatever you're wearing, shoes.
Yeah.
Yep. Or pass it on to somebody.
Right. So. Well, you've passed on a lot of things to a lot of people, like a lot of your music and your book. And this room, I got to tell you, just sitting in this room is inspiring.
Thank you.
You can feel a good vibe.
Thank you. Somebody asked me how many guitars I had, just for the question. And I have one downstairs. And so there's 8 guitars that I have, that I own, that I have. I'm looking for another guitar, so you never know. It'll be added.
Right.
But my Godin, my newest one, it's sitting there ready to go all the time.
I have to ask you a huge favor that I think you'll like to do for me. I have this record album that you just showed in the book.
Oh yeah.
And this was my mother's.
Yes.
Of course, she passed a few years ago.
Yes.
And the day of this recording, folks, is actually my mother's birthday today.
Well, happy birthday, Mom.
But if you think back about that, we've been talking about this album, you and I, for a little while.
Yeah, when I first had the interview with you.
Right, and I just haven't gotten around. And then I reached out and said, can we set up this interview? And then I looked and I went, oh my goodness, that's Mom's birthday. So this was released in 79, I think you said?
79, yeah.
Yeah.
I did it in 78 at Roger Quick's studio.
And
that
I
was
can
in
tell you...
Park Hill.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's, I won't take it all right out right now, but I have played it once. And it's still in great shape.
Yep.
And interestingly, on the back here, this must have belonged to somebody else before my mother got it, because it says to Cliff. You already gave a signature here. Yep. 1982.
And I remember a Cliff that I signed, because I try to remember pretty well everybody that I contacted or talked to, and I sold 1,000 of the albums.
Wow.
Because I ordered 500 at one time, and that went within, I would say, a month, if that.
Wow. And
the next one went, and then after that I didn't order anymore.
How many albums have you done now?
Oh, the CDs. After this there was a cassette, and then after that there was, I never even put it in my book how many, so I think there's 7.
A whole bunch.
And I have another one that's going to be coming out soon.
I can't wait for that.
I called my my record producer guy, Dave Allen, and he hasn't got back to me, but I wished him Merry Christmas, because last year when he called, he says, I think you got the wrong Dave. I think you're after your son. I said, no, I'm talking to you this year. This is it. So I wanted to get together with him for finishing the album.
Well, I would love it if you could do 2 signatures for me.
Mm-hmm.
If you could make one out to Patricia Eastman, and then if you would just wish me something on there.
Patricia Eastman.
Yeah.
Now, when Eastman, now which?
So my mother originally was a Burrows, of course, but then she married Wilfred Eastman, who was a farmer out Moortown way.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And I have a feeling that she maybe got this. That's how this might have come into her life, was through Wilfred. And I have a whole basket full of record albums that Mom kept. And very interestingly, about the third one down in the pile, I was going through which ones I'm going to throw out and keep, and there this was. And I was like, wow, Joan Spalding.
Thank you.
Oh, awesome.
You have to get pretty fancy.
Right?
And I better put the year.
Right.
Isn't that something?
23, yeah.
And I better put that date.
Hard to believe we're here in 2023, and
now, Dave, this is going to take me a long time.
Oh, just
kidding.
Thanks, Dave, or hi, Dave. Here you go, Dave. Because I'm going to sell this on eBay. And boy, I'll tell you, folks, to be here in this room with Joan Spalding tonight. If you haven't seen her perform, I got to tell you, you need to find a way to come out and see her, because you're a unique singer. Like you don't just have the usual, I don't know what I want to say, twang or whatever, but you've just got your own style that you're very eclectic.
Thank you.
Right? You know, and that's I think that's a big part of your performance. And I think honestly, Joan, the biggest part of you for me is thank you so much.
Nice and
just
big.
Amazing. Wonderful.
You don't need glasses.
Right. Right. I know, right? Thank you so much for that.
Welcome.
I think for me, your performances stand out, not just because of your talent. You're a really genuine, kind person.
Thank you.
I think genuinity,
Oh,
being genuine really goes
nice.
a long way with people, you know. And
well, I'm true. I don't want to be a phony person.
Yeah.
I don't want to be somebody I'm not. So it's just me. I like to be me.
Yeah.
If you look at life in general, you can have a whole lot of things happen to you. Okay,
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. Okay, I've had an argument before I went to decide. This is an example. I had an argument before I went to work, or you're mad at something because something took place, and you're. Anyway, I walk out the door. I'm going to be on stage. Well, what I don't think of that argument. I go up on stage, and this is it. I'm performing for those people out there, all those people out there.
Yeah.
And they're here to see a show. It's going to be my show. And I always sing like it's my last day on earth.
Wow. Yeah. They deserve that show.
Well, yeah,
whether they bought a ticket or whatever reason they're there, right?
And it doesn't matter for what amount.
Leave the troubles here and pick them up on the way out.
And even if I do a home, I just did a nursing home, Twin Lakes, and I sing right there, boom.
Yeah.
Right to them, and that's what they enjoy, and they love it. So,
what's your favorite part about performing?
It just makes me happy.
Yeah.
It just makes me happy.
Yeah.
Seeing their smile on their faces. Yeah. One guy says, "Oh, I had to wear the mask when you go to the thing," and I took my mask off, and oh my God, yes, I love it, because you could see my face.
Right.
But people in there are people that I used to have them dance when they were 50 years old. You know, I mean, because I've been into so long, and then I've had young kids come up to me, and they're teenagers or adults with their own kids. And,
right.
Do you remember teaching me? I says, "What's your name? Karen?" "Yes, I remember Karen." But I said, "You're a little bit taller."
Right.
Like I remember having 3 jobs at that time to keep myself getting going, you know, and all that stuff.
What kind of jobs did you have besides music?
Well, it's in
the book.
It's in the book what I used to do, but I did a lot of jobs. I did house cleaning mostly. I did really good house cleaning. I always, whenever there was a job, I worked at grocery stores a lot.
Oh yeah, okay.
And I was a cashier, which was always nice. Stocking shelves was okay too. So.
Yep.
Anyway, all that stuff was good.
Yeah.
I always had something to do. I was never a lazy person.
Can't imagine you would be. I think you just got to keep doing stuff, don't you?
Well, I do, because it's just me. It's in my nature, I guess. Making sure a lot of people are happy, and I always dropped into people to see them. It may have been maybe 6 months I haven't seen them, but I still drop in and take that time. Like if I haven't talked to anybody for a long time, I always give them a call and say, "I know I haven't talked to you for a long time, but I'm just calling to see how you doing, and say hi, and well, let's have lunch or something like that. Well, I'll get them out or something like that."
That goes a long way with people, you know, just to know that somebody's thinking about you.
Yeah.
You don't feel alone.
I've done that all my life, and I was told a long time ago, if you have friends, always connect with your friends. Don't ever lose them. You just do it. Well, I guess that's what you're taught.
Stay connected.
Always, yeah. And I know that when my mother got older, she had one friend, and unfortunately, after that, I mean, she didn't. There was all her friends were gone. Like her, you know, I mean, she lived till 94. So,
wow.
We have a longevity, and my aunt lived till 100.
So you're probably going to be here to at least 150,
I'm going to be 102
right?
or something like that. I'm going to keep.
I sure hope so.
Well, I think music keeps you young, and I always say to everybody when they dance or if you're listening to music, I said, just listen to music, pick something happy, and just keep happy. Like, just my aunt always said, be happy.
Yeah. When you're not performing your own music, do you have a favorite?
No. Everybody asks me that.
Yeah.
I don't have a favorite singer. I don't have anything particular. Artist. I love all the artists because they've struggled just like myself, and they've done all that stuff. And I always think it's important just to sing from your heart and sing what you like to sing.
Right. Well, do what you love, right? Or why do it?
Well, that's exactly what it's all about. So.
And I suppose, like when you're performing. You're reading a room and you're maybe looking and going, I think maybe it's time for Patsy Cline, or maybe it's time for this. Or... Yeah,
sometimes when I've done a program up, say for Missing Myself or Doug and I did a program up. Well, sometimes it's pretty hard to go by that program. I go by the people that are there. And if I feel I want to have this here song, I know they like this song, so I just put it in real quick and start playing.
There's no set list for you.
Well, I like to have a set list. I think it's important to have a set list because you have a guide. I know a lot of songs off by heart. I mean, there's so many songs I could start singing now, but if they're not in your, I don't know how to say that. If they're not in the brain, then they're not going to come as easy. Like Why Me Lord, but it takes one time singing it, and then I'll know it next time off by heart.
Oh, is that right?
Because if I haven't sang it for a long time.
Right.
But I did it today, so.
So
that's just an example.
Yeah, no, I get that for sure, right? So you can adjust that, like I say, read the room and give them what they want, right?
And I think that's what you should do. You're there to please those people, and if somebody came up and asked for a special song, definitely we'd do it.
Right. Well, that's good to know.
Like I'm Back in Baby's Arms, always get that. They always want to hear that song. Wow. So
well, it's good to know that you take requests, Joan, because I would be remiss if we were sitting here in the music room and I didn't ask you to play us a song. Could you do that for us?
Sure.
Go ahead, grab whatever. Which one would you like?
Well, I can grab this one. It's the closest one, and I played it today, and it should be in tune. So we'll see. I
wouldn't know if it wasn't in tune. It'd have to be really out of tune.
Oh my God! I was with a lady there, and she had a little laptop steel guitar.
Right.
No name on it, no brand. She got it when she was a kid. Mom and Dad must have paid $50 for it. And I said, "Can you will this to me, please?" I thought that was such a cute little guitar.
Wow.
And it's a flat top. It's like this size. Like one half of this. Like right in there. Just like that. Wow. It's all electrical knobs and everything. You put it on your lap and start playing it.
There you go.
All right. What do you like?
Oh, boy. You know, I got to tell you, and this is going to sound kind of weird, I'm not really a big country guy, but I am when it comes to, like when I started DJing when I was 19, so a couple of years ago, it was the Merle Haggard and the Hank and the Patsy Cline and that stuff, a little bit into, you know, like Dwight Yoakam kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. That to me is where country. So I don't know, like, I mean, you can never go wrong with a Patsy, but I mean, you can never go wrong with a Loretta either, so.
Well, there's so many songs, eh? Like, I'd go back as far as Kitty Wells.
Oh, my goodness.
It wasn't God who made honky-tonking Jones, as you said in the words of a song. Too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many a good girl to go wrong. It's a shame that all the blame is on us women. It's not true that only you men feel the same. From the start, most every heart that has been broken was because there always was a man to blame. So it wasn't God who made honky-tonking Jones, as you said in the words of a song. Too many times married men think they're still single. That has caused many a good girl to go wrong. It has caused many a good girls to go wrong.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. And I can't help but smile. I look at you and you're smiling and I'm like, oh, she's singing right. Joan Spalding just sang to me. And that's amazing. That was a great tune. I forgot about that one. And there is a man to blame somewhere.
Well, yeah. But then you can do the answer to that one. That's usually when Doug does the right now. Nope.
Right. Well, there was probably a woman that drove the man crazy somewhere.
Well, probably.
And I think that's probably why I like that kind of country. It's just the story, the line to it, and it comes from the heart, and it's got the right twang in there, and all that sort of stuff.
I think you got the right. I was told by my mom not to really follow or do a imitation of Patsy Cline.
Yeah.
And I did. I followed a piece of Sweet Dreams, Walking After Midnight.
You can't not sing her.
You know what I mean? But. So I don't sound like her because I listened to her and I says, well, Mom, I don't sound like her. I think I have my own style.
Definitely.
Which is helpful because then if I was doing Life's Highway, well, I've been hurt so many times that I could just sit down and cry. 'Cause I'm wondering wondering what to do. When I think the time is right, I get so tired, 'cause I'm wondering, yeah, wondering what to do. True, I've been walked on, stepped on almost all of my life. So please tell me what would make things turn out right, 'cause I'm tired of the roadblocks that life throws my way. I hope I find someone to share my life's highway. Short version. Yeah, wondering just what to do.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's my own song.
Yeah,
that's why I said about the book.
Well, right, Life's Highway.
That's
there
what
it
is. Life's Highway.
We'll put the link in the description so you can go to Amazon and check that out. But don't, let's go see her. That's way better. That's going to be more fun.
Yeah, and you get the signature.
You're going to need more than 2 to 4, I think. You're going to need
well, he's got it open afterwards.
24.
Well, I've got quite a few. 2 to 4 is the time from 2 o'clock until 4, but he said if I need to stay another hour, he said I could.
I would,
because he doesn't. I think so. Because people start lining up. I know Irene said she was coming. Muriel's coming, and a few other people. We could mention a lot of names,
right?
Because they've already told me they're coming. So.
Yeah.
And Janet.
So you've got the book, the music. There's more of that coming.
Yep. Yeah, I got lots planned this year.
Have you got a time frame on the next?
For the album, or my single CD? Not yet, but I'm going to be releasing. I'm going to release Life's Highway again out to the European. That's where it goes. It goes over to Europe because they'll play it over there. They don't want to play it in Canada.
Well, really?
I have no idea. Canada is so far back. So it's politics, whatever it is. I have no idea. I'm not into politics. Sorry, folks.
Right? No, I'm with you.
I think it's stupid. I think we should rule our own garden.
Right.
Not even that. I can't even talk about it because we're just anyway.
That's okay.
And you know what? It's funny because I want to say this because it's funny because somebody asked me. I was Steve Glenn. He always said you got to travel to Nashville to make it, Joan. I said, Steve, I'm a Canadian. I don't think it's right. I don't think I should have to go down to Nashville to make a star in my own country.
Right.
So I was the rebel. I'm worse than William because Willie's right there in the States. But I admired him because of what he did.
Right.
He stuck right to his guns. I guess I'm sticking to my guns too, and I might be 100 when I become a star.
Right.
But I feel that what I've done in my life, I've done for the people. I always think of other people. I mean, and not just myself. I mean, it's just the way I am. I would like to sign the book for you.
Oh.
I'm going to give it as a gift to you because you're so nice to me.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Don't bend the cover.
Don't bend it? Okay,
I'm going to. You got to take care of the book.
I will leave it.
I should get a great big paper thing put here over top of it just for you or a hardcover for you, but they're not available.
Okay. Well, you sign it wherever.
I'm going to make it really nice and simple. These are my bookmarkers.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And they're nothing.
Wow. Got a Joan Spalding bookmark?
Yeah.
I'm getting spoiled here.
I'm putting, Dave, you're the best.
It depends who you ask.
Well, I don't know.
So far, you're talking to the right people.
You've been so good to me, so.
Well, that's mutual, Joan. I think that's, again, that comes back to, I think a big part of your success is your kindness and being genuine to people. And sometimes it's hard to find. So it's good to have that around. And you know, you were just saying a moment ago about going to Nashville to be a star. Joan, I think you already are a star. And
thank you.
You know, maybe you don't have the millions of dollars or whatever from it, but I think you're a whole lot richer from everything else that you've gotten from your career.
Well, I was told, thank you very much, appreciate that, because I was told by Pam Vim, or I can't remember her last name, but it's Pam. But anyway, she was told me, because she was helping Jamie Warren, if you know Jamie Warren. I didn't put this in the book. That's going to go with the in-between one.
All right.
But anyway, she told me, she says, you're probably making more money than Jamie Warren, because you're not on the road. You don't have to buy the dinners and all that stuff out in the road. You don't have to worry about the cost of the gas, so you do your thing here. So I have traveled all over. I mean, in the book, it's where I've been. It's all there. So
all right.
you got the history there anyway.
So cool. Thank you for the book,
You're
by the way.
You're welcome.
It's going to go right on my bookshelf that's right by my studio where I do my work.
That's
and
awesome.
And I'm sure we'll get some people out there. Tell everybody once again the date.
January 22nd.
Yeah,
it's on a Sunday from 2 o'clock until 4 plus. And I'll sign your book, and you can buy it right there, and they're $25.
Awesome.
And I'll
at the Lawrence
sign her
House.
Nice at the Lawrence House, and that's on Wellington and Christina.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Joan,
not hard to find.
Thank you so much
Thank you, Dave.
for your kindness and your music. And my heart's thumping right now. You don't even realize how important this interview is to me.
Thank you.
And for you to keep sharing. Right there's the book, Life's Highway. Check out the link.
Well, they say if you stop doing the stuff, you're going to die. So I'm not going to die yet.
All right.
So
Well, I'll keep doing it too.
I got to keep going.
Thanks everybody for watching this interview. And the best thing you can do, you can click the like button, but I always tell you, click the share button, because the reason I do these interviews is to share these great stories. So let other people see this story with the First Lady of Bluewater Country, Joan Spalding. Thank you, Joan.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And thank you, folks, for listening. And spread that word.
All right.
Share it.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, Joan, once again, her book launch happening at the Lawrence House, January the 22nd from 2 to 4 p.m., free admission at the Lawrence House. And I mean, who wouldn't want to just go and say hello to this beautiful, smiling lady? And I don't know, is she going to play maybe a song for us there too? Joan, thank you so much. And when she sang to me in that interview, I was like, oh my goodness. I was like a little kid there. She was singing for me. Thank you so much, Joan. I was very flattered. And thanks for welcoming me into your home to have our conversation. And I know I'll be back pretty soon again, where maybe we'll just leave the camera off, Joan, and it'll just be you and me. Maybe we'll have some of those drinks you were offering me when I got there, and have some more conversation and fun. Check her out online as well. She just keeps going, over 50 years of music now with Joan Spalding, the First Lady of Bluewater Country. Joan, I love you so much. Thanks for your time. And thanks to all of you for watching. As always, that's all the time I got for you this week. Have a great week and an even better weekend. I will see you next time right here on the show. Bye for now.